Season Green Geeks and Nerds, Amazing Universe, and White and Nerdy. And we're back into the show, Salty's Peanut thing, which is why 60 Seconds of Phone Santa was not a part of the intro, but he will be a part of the outro. And he will return pretty soon. So we show but that it's Christmas time again, Charlie Brown, which was basically a part of the Charlie Brown Christmas, at least if you get, well, at least if you get that version, or some of the versions of it. But we're going to be taking a look at another tweet from 2002. Charlie Brown Christmas Tales. Kind of a weird year for Charlie Brown to be out, considering that at the time, every single December, a Charlie Brown Christmas was playing on TV. Well, this is Charlie Brown Christmas Tales, and it's not great. It's not bad, but it's something. You know, sometimes something different is not bad, but in the case of the Peanuts, which are always children characters, I think this one missed the mark by about that much. So, why do I say that? Well, Charlie Brown Christmas Tales, very much similar to Justice League Comfort and Joy, has some different segments focusing on 5 different characters. And we're going to be hanging out with all of them. I'm not sure the order that we'll go in because this will be a little confusing, but please forgive me if we jump around too much from character to character because not a lot happens. So anyways, let's travel back to when I was 7 years old and go to Charlie Brown Christmas Tales and see just what in the world happened way back in 2002. A lot. It was a good year though. It was a pretty good year. So anyways, let's dive into Charlie Brown Christmas Tales and see if the Peanut Gang are gonna get us in the Christmas spirit, or if we should ignore Christmas altogether with them. So let's dive into Charlie Brown Christmas Tales. We begin our Christmas festivity with Lucy skating around the pond, and of course Snoopy is there too, because Snoopy's trying to get into the Christmas or winter spirit as well. However, things go not her way when she notices Schroeder present in hockey, which of course Schroeder tells her off for trying to basically be involved with him. Which of course it's time for Snoopy's job as a sidewalk Santa, because why not? As Lucy's and Linus's little brother Rerun is gonna go and have some words with Santa. He tells Santa that he's not very happy about what he had done with him in the past, and that he's forgotten to give him one very special gift, so he wants revenge with Santa. But Snoopy doesn't let that bother him as he still tries to get into the Christmas spirit, but unfortunately while playing Oh Susanna, nobody's getting into the Christmas spirit as he'd hoped. Meanwhile, we will skip over to Linus, who seems to be writing a letter to Santa Claus, but an unusual kind of letter to Santa Claus, that is.
Want nothing. Spend your time elsewhere. Don't bother with me. I really mean it. If you want to skip our house this year, go right ahead. Oh my god, he's an idiot.
I'm not too far off with that quote from School of Rock because that's technically what Lucy tells him. She tells him that he's an idiot for telling Santa Claus that he can skip their house and she's not happy about it. So Linus keeps trying to write letter after letter, but he can't necessarily come up with the right one that he wants to for Santa Claus, and seeming that he just doesn't want to ask him for much. As he wants to send people in his class Christmas cards, but there's one little girl who keeps changing her name every single day, and annoying Linus. Until she finally gives him her address, but he becomes depressed when Lucy hands him back his Christmas card, saying that there is no such address written on the label, and he gets more irritated. Over to Sally. Well, she's trying to get into the Christmas spirit as well by trying to do what she always do, try to make her own Christmas gift this year. And then she starts writing a letter to Samantha Claus. Yes, Sally is writing a letter to Samantha Claus.
You serious?
I'm not far off with the Spider-Man 2 clip because Sally gets laughed at when she goes to school because everybody makes fun of her for believing in Samantha Claus. As Sally becomes irritated, understandably so, because she accidentally made a mistake thinking that Santa Claus sounded like Samantha Claus, and she's pissed off about everybody making fun of her. And Sally tried something else to get into the Christmas spirit. Christmas cards! Yeah, she's gonna try to send Christmas cards out to people, and she chose some cute ones according to her. And she goes hunting for a Christmas tree, and she just happens to find one. This is a reference to a Charlie Brown Christmas, but the owner or the little boy of the house is not pleased with Sally.
Falls down. Ha! If it falls down, you can have it. I'll take it.
What the hell is that?
As the little boy is pissed off and he came back for his tree, but Sally's not giving it back because he said if it could fall down, she could have it and find his keepers, losers, weepers. Later on that night, Sally began to feel guilty about what she did. Maybe she was wrong for taking the kid's Christmas tree, and of course she feels that way, so tomorrow morning she's gonna try to return it. So Christmas Eve morning, she brings it back to the boy, but the boy tells her no, she was right, he was wrong, and that she can keep it and have a very Merry Christmas, and Sally is left happy. Over to Lucy, she wants to basically change herself for the holiday spirit. She wants to try to be nicer to people, and she wants to try to change her attitude toward everyone. But nobody believes that Lucy can actually do it because, well, if you know Lucy, she's more of a tough gal that settles things mostly with her fist. And she tried to convince people that she's actually nicer, but no one believes her. Because of all the shit that she put everyone through, no one believes that she can be nice. Later on, Linus and Lucy, well, Lucy kind of gets Linus to do it, to try to help her write a Christmas letter or whatever to Santa Claus.
Perfect all year. Perfect.
You got knocked the fuck out, man! Give me my goddamn money!
So, after Lucy knocked out her own brother, seriously, what was that? She tried to write a nice letter to Santa Claus and hoping to change his mind that she'd actually become a nice person. And she asked Linus, her brother, if he wanted to see a Christmas list that she made out. As Linus said no, he'll do something and try to find a way to surprise her. As Lucy tried to convince Linus that he owes her a present, because it said so in the good book of the Holy Bible. Over to Charlie Brown, as per usual, he's trying to get into the Christmas spirit by decorating his own Christmas card, which of course he gives to Linus, but then there's an accident.
Hearts on it. Merry Christmas? From your sweet Baboo?
It's a family expression.
After that unfortunate incident, him and Sally are trying to, well, do their best to do something nice for Santa, since Santa always does, something nice for them. They're waiting for the arrival of Santa Claus, and they get it, in the weirdest way possible, as Sally wakes up her brother for more Christmassy surprises. And so another Peanuts Christmas is coming on, and Snoopy is none too happy with the Christmas sweater that he's gotten, but of course Charlie Brown is all the more mightier and merrier since Christmas came. That's it, by the way. That was Charlie Brown Christmas Tales. It's Christmas time again. Charlie Brown wasn't great, but at least, it was watchable and passable and whatnot. And even though it doesn't measure up to Charlie Brown Christmas, nothing I believe ever would, it's still not bad. Not great, but not terrible. This is probably the worst of the bunch because there is nothing in this special that even remotely comes close to saving it. Nothing. Yes, it's a children's Christmas special, but there is nothing to take away from this. The only thing that you can take away from this truly is Linus' story, where he tried to ask Santa for nothing and be unselfish and trying to give Santa a holiday. His was the best. Everyone else doesn't even matter. I mean, It was a cheap tie-in to the classic from 1967 or 1965. I mean, nothing will ever come close to that special. It held on to a lot of people's nostalgia for 50 years, and it's not going nowhere. So I don't recommend Charlie Brown Christmas Tales. It was honestly the worst. And now I see why I hardly ever watch this one. It's still enjoyable, sure, but to a very small point. It missed its target, immensely so. There is nothing to take away from this. Absolutely Dick Diddley, if I may be honest. Which is a shame because it kind of is a mark on Charles Schultz's legacy. But not everything that you make is always going to go down in history and be legendary. As there are a lot of people throughout history that made unfortunate mistakes, and that's so in filmmaking, comic book writing, manga creations, and so on and so forth. Not everything that they make is going to be legendary and then make its mark. And this, unfortunately, was one of them. Charles Schultz's legacy will live on with the Peanuts movie that came out several years later in 2017. But this... I don't know what to tell you, man. I think this is the worst of the bunch. Well, I still would recommend it if you want something to check out, but as for me, I'm depressed right now for the holiday because this had nothing special for me to go off of. It's still a cute special, don't get me wrong. I still love the Peanuts and everything, but I still would recommend watching the Charlie Brown Christmas more so than this one. To give Charlie Brown Christmas Tales a watch, but if I were you, I'd still stick with Charlie Brown Christmas because this is not really worth it. I mean it too. I'm honestly depressed. I thought this would be more happy because it's been a while since I've watched this, and nope. Not 1 ounce of Christmas magic. Well, that was Charlie Brown Christmas Tales, and that was a double dose of peanuts, and I gotta say I'm depressed. Not really quite sure I can believe in the spirit of the season this year, unfortunately. And I got just the thing to pick me up. But for right now, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified every single time I make an upload. Follow me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. And also, be sure to share this video around the web, wherever that you can, if you want to help it and support it grow, and if you like this channel. And also let me know what your favorite Charlie Brown Christmas special is in the comments down below. I apologize to anyone who is a fan of Charlie Brown Christmas Tales, it's just not for me. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I believe your voice. I want Nerdy keep getting on. Come back next time as I'll be really having us believe in the Christmas spirit once again. And it's about high and mighty time that I review this since it came out 20 years ago. It's going to be the 20-year anniversary and the first time that I reviewed this on this channel, especially for such an impact it had back in 2005. And if you were around in Christmas of 2005, this movie was on every night on ABC Family, which is now Freeform. So come back next time as we will be getting into the Christmas spirit while taking a ride upon Robert Zemeckis' The Polar Express.